Well, hello, and welcome to the Joy Link, where we're empowering and inspiring others to expand in joy. I'm your host, Brian Beebe, and we have the pleasure today to be joined by Bassam Abusamra. Welcome, Bassam. How are you, man?
Good. Oh, very good. Pleasure to be here.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, it's really great to have you on, you know?
Thanks, Ed.
So just a quick background on how Bassam links up with my joy. We've been doing an amazing coaching training program for the last 300 days called Heroic. And some of the best minds on the planet are calling it the best personal development training there is in the world right now. And it's been truly epic, right? I would highly recommend it for anybody. So now Bassam has been my accountability buddy in the program. And since the program is now complete, yet we're still in touch every week, getting a call in and sharing and coaching and uplifting each other. And it's given me tons of hope and commitment. And yes, of course, joy. So we've gone from perfect strangers to a solid support system where we understand each other's personal journey and like nobody else. Yeah, we've never met in person. He's in Egypt and I'm in and around Amsterdam. And so we've got to really plan in a trip, brother. What do you think?
Yes, sure. I really look forward to visiting you in Amsterdam, and I look forward to you coming to Egypt soon.
Yeah. Yeah, that does sound good. Right. So yeah, I definitely feel more joy because of the link I have with Bassam, and that's why he's here with us today. So that's a little quick intro. And how about you just tell us a little bit about yourself?
But yeah, my background was in most of my life was I started in business. Like I studied IT in college. Got into business. I worked like regular job in technology, but my passion throughout my life was in music. I was a DJ in school, and then I get into making music around like mid-20s or something. But so I had like a passion in music, and I was like very active, but not professionally in music. And at some point, like I felt like I'm growing up, and life fly by fast. So I need to like do something that I love and enjoy my living. So I decided to study music and get into music like professionally and give it all that I can. I did that. I got like built myself a little studio and I made like a mini album with a friend. But a few years later, I felt like I'm building a brand and making like a music business is different than making music as an art. And combining the two is very challenging. So
Mhm.
I thought to myself, how can I build myself? How can I continue having making something that I enjoy and having a good business? So it was hard to combine music with business. So I thought I need to figure out a way to make that possible. So I reflected on my motivation around music. So it reflected back to I needed to grow and develop myself into a better version of myself, the best version of myself. And that was always the thread that got me into learning and continuing personal evolution. So I decided, okay, maybe there's something called coaching and there's like professional thought leaders. I want to be something like that. So first, I was passionate about some philosopher called Ken Wilber. I studied his work and I took courses on his model for personal growth called the integral theory and the integral philosophy, maybe. So, but recently I needed to have something dedicated into coaching to start a coaching business. I got into Heroic Coach training. Yeah, and we just finished that. It's been amazing. And yeah, my connection with you was like really the best part of the program. And we're done now, and I'm building up like my coaching training and my coaching program that I would work with people around, but that's not ready yet. So I'm planning to focus on music a little bit now And here we are, my studio, as you can see.
Yeah, the
Yes,
studio looks great.
nice.
Yeah, it looks like you're
Yeah,
definitely bossing that right there.
yeah,
Looks
that's
amazing.
that's the best part in music, like studio and tinkering with gear and like playing around,
Right.
like sophisticated toys.
Right. Right. Yeah. Yeah. Around something that it seems like you find a lot of passion for and a lot of joy for, music.
Absolutely, yeah.
Okay, well then, well, definitely thanks for the background. It sounds like we can dig into a few things right there. But before we do, I just want to ask you a question, right? So, around joy. So, how do you personally define joy?
The removal of friction.
Mm. How do you mean exactly?
Like when there's no inner like friction or inner tension or inner like resistance to anything or inner tension in any way, that's when joy is present, because joy is not something we build, it's the removal of the needs or like all the friction. So this is how I understand joy, just state of fulfillment because the absence of friction.
Right. That's brilliant. Right? Because the funny part is it matches up with a lot of the science out there as well, which says it is something that is developed inside, right? It's like happiness you're going to find in the external, but internal you're going to find joy. Right? And you're saying the way to it is through removing everything that's causing friction.
Yeah,
So yeah, that's
that's
that's brilliant. Okay, so then how about sharing a personal experience of where you felt that joy?
what it's strange for me. Like the most joyful moment in my life was like in cycling and in very long distance like trips. Like
Right.
after 50 or 60 kilometers on the road, like you start to feel a sense of not you lose your body, you could become one with the moment. It's like an app total flow state that's just
Wow.
you transcend your body limitation. And if you look at the bicycle, the shape, it's a vehicle, and the human body is like the engine.
Right.
The
Right.
engine that's driving the vehicle is the human body. You start to feel like you are part of something. You are your body is just the engine, and your consciousness is everything, like the body and the outside world together. This is my consciousness. After like 60, 70 kilometers, you start to like lose any friction and you become like one with the moment. This is the most profound, like joyful moments I can recall.
Wow. Man, man, that's just hitting me, It's like, right? Because uh I can really connect with that when you describe it, right? There's an energy that you have there that's like you can tune into that.
Hmm.
And so then I can feel it because you're there, right? I had, I can tell you, I love bike riding, but because I'm here in the Netherlands,
Yeah,
and
sure.
we bike ride everywhere. Yet the speed bikers, the distance bikers, they've got the outfits and they're
Yeah,
just in teams riding and they're gone,
yeah.
right? It's like get
Go
out of
by
the
me.
way if they're in the bike lane. Yet I haven't really gotten into that the speed biking, the distance biking,
Yeah,
right? It's like a very specific niche, let's
yeah.
say.
But these are the vehicles that you become like a part of it.
Right,
It's not like the regular bike is like something that you ride. Like there's you and there's like the bike. But
right,
the pro like the high speed, the road bikes, you and the bike become one. Even like the shoes, it locks into the bike.
right.
It's a locker that locks you in, and you become like inseparable from your bike.
Right,
Just
right.
one,
You're locked in.
you are inseparable from the bike. Your
Right,
body posture, everything. You and your bike become a new, like a transformed version of an entity. Like
right,
look at like a pro cycler in a race like Tour de France. Look at the people, the racer and the bike, like one piece. Like,
yeah. Well, yeah, it's funny now because now that you've described it, right, that there's you know you hit a certain a distance and then you like let go and you transcend and you begin to access that flow state, right? And everything's really quite fluid and you become one with the bike. Now, when I see those guys out there racing, I know that that's what they're doing. Right? It's like those guys are reaching that state, or they have a healthy desire to reach that state, and it supports them in feeling good and feeling the joy that is there. So yeah, because it looks pretty intense when they're like flying by, right? Because you're just going slow in the bike lane, and then here comes a fast one. Usually they're meeting up with a buddy, and
yeah,
it's on the weekend, and they go. Yeah, it's yeah. So there was one moment as well in my experience where I really felt that as well, and that was on a surfboard,
yeah,
right?
that's very similar, very
Right,
close.
right,
You become one with the ocean.
right, exactly. Yeah, and having those waves, just like you're riding a wave,
Yeah,
and you don't really feel the board. It's more like there's this power that's moving, and you're just kind of one with the wave. Man,
exactly. Yeah, exactly.
absolutely
You have
epic.
to let go of you being up in control of a body. You have to be the moment. You have to be
Right,
tuned into the whole thing, the body and
right,
its surrounding.
right. Yeah, there's a letting go, and that's when you're truly present. Yeah, I was in Bali for like 3 weeks, and I was training with an ex-pro Aussie. And on the first day, I just popped up on the board and he's like, "Ooh, you're a natural." And so he'd spend, a couple hours with me every day, just going on the short little waves and just popping up. And this guy would tread water for hours. I mean, like 2 to 3 hours just sitting there treading water. I'm like, man, this guy's a master. And then finally, in the last week, I was there. We went out on the big waves. Now, these are the ones where the professional
Yeah,
surfboarders are out there, right? The pros. So you had to take a boat out to to the wave zone and to where the waves are breaking over the coral. And um, yeah, I got to ride one big one. Right. All the other ones just smash me. But these are like 4 or 5 meter waves, they're big ones. They're moving. And
you ride the wave, you kept with it,
yeah, right.
moving
Yeah,
with it,
yeah,
like
yeah, because there's a line. There's like a line of us.
yeah,
And then right, I'm in the front. So here goes, here it comes. And then you just hop in and then it takes you, man. And I think it took me like 30 minutes to come back. Right? Because you're just paddling, paddling. But there was nothing like being in that moment. So yeah, I can definitely relate to that.
yeah.
Yeah.
To actually be able to do this, you must like remove any friction from your mind. Like you have
Right.
to be completely present and attuned. Like
Right.
if there's any type of friction or resistance in the body, you fall off the board.
Right. Right. Yeah. Yeah. You've got to be one with the wave. And the board is just keeping you, above the water.
Yeah, and
So
you don't do anything to get into this flow except you just remove the friction.
right. Yeah. And then you get to hang out and like do moves on it.
Yeah,
Yes.
let it happen.
Right. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, just go with the flow.
Yeah,
Yeah, so that was definitely like a really great uh moment in the flow. And it's really funny that both of us found that state, that like pure joyful flow state through sports, right?
yeah.
Yeah, that's funny. Yet, Okay, so then what would you say brings you the most joy in your life?
I would say like helping someone. That's the most like thing that I can think that would action I would do that bring me joy. Like when I know that I can bring joy to someone, that's when you most feel joy.
Right? Yeah. And really the science agrees with you, right? Because it says that you know that and some of the really ancient wisdom out there as
Yeah.
well, right? It's like I think it was the Dalai Lama said the most fulfilling and enriching experience that you can have in your life, how to gain that sustainable happiness and joy is by not serving ourselves, but serving others.
Yeah.
So yeah, that makes a lot of sense. I definitely resonate with that. Okay, so then how does it really show up in your life? Like helping people, helping anyone.
Uh, I would I'm working on like doing coaching one-on-one, but at the moment I am still like doing coaching for like friends through their friends and like through my social connections. But yeah, that's I think the most direct connection in like coaching or helping someone like uh, improve their mindset or how they perceive the challenges they're going through.
Right. Yeah. Right. So it sounds like this coaching program is gonna be pretty good, right? Because you've got your intention there that's to serve and support and upgrade and optimize them. And
Yes.
that's the point of a coach, right?
Yes.
So yeah. Yeah, I really yeah, I definitely resonate with that. And um really how it shows up in my life is just um every day, just walking around
Yeah.
and giving people smiles. Right?
Nice.
It can be
Nice.
even like
I love that.
incredibly simple because it
Yeah.
might be the only smile they see all day.
Yeah.
Right? And
Yeah.
just like
That's
I make a conscious effort when anybody's in my eyesight, I'm gonna give them a little bit of my joy. Here you go. Here you go.
yeah.
Right?
Micro moment of positivity from Barbara Fredrickson.
Oh,
2.0,
right.
2.0. Yeah, that's something when I learned in the program, that Heroic Coach, I feel like I really need to start doing this, but it's not my character, my nature. I'm like not shy guy, but on my own, like when I'm in social or public situation, I don't like really interact with people. I'm trying to be on my own, listen to music or having
Right.
experience that's like personal. But yeah, I really think that's very powerful to actually like impact strangers, just the micro moment of positivity, resonance into the world. I really wish to have this, remember to do this actually.
Right. Yeah, because there's the then those two aspects, right? There's the micro moments and then there's our big contribution and impact.
Yeah,
Yeah, we can bring that impact down in
yeah,
those little micro
yeah.
moments. Uh, yeah, okay. So then what would be some practical advice that you can give someone looking to create more joy in their life?
We mentioned helping others. That's applicable to anyone, but like really simple activities to just like drawing, walking around, like moving, paying attention to the simple things in life and like being aware of our own need for seeking for entertainment and sometimes like our own needs for more things or more achievement sometimes stand in the way of joys. Like just enjoy the simplicity of life, like remove any tension in the moment, like just have goals and have like busy life, but in like a simple moment of walking around, like sitting or drawing, listening to a piece of music, dancing, just enjoy like a simple moment of joy.
Yeah. Yeah, that is incredible advice, right? It's those simple moments. right? Because the science even agrees that it's those internal, like joy comes from the inside.
Yes.
So by spending more time doing those things that will bring us joy, then we can expand that out, right? Because we're going to be the more joy we feel, the more joy we can express, and then others can feel that as well.
Yeah.
So we got to spend time doing it.
Yeah. And there's a big like theme in like heroic training, like the eudaimonic joy and the hedonic joy.
Right.
That's key concept for everybody to have more joy in life, understand the difference between like hedonic entertainment type of pleasures in life and the eudaimonic joy that's coming from living with purpose and having a meaningful life, and even a removal of friction and simplicity and having a purpose in life.
Yeah.
And we need the hedonic. We need to have good luxuries in life and get good entertainment that's needed in life. But we need to make it like an 80, 75, 25% hedonic and 75% eudaimonic, like joy.
Right. Right.
Having an eye and insight between the difference in the two, and recognizing when we are pursuing entertainment, and recognizing the difference between like joy, that's a state of I don't need anything, and entertainment, that's I'm consuming something that's entertaining. Having
Right.
the mind to see the difference can help somebody have more joy in life.
Right. Yeah, it's that 80-20, 75
Yeah,
25 balance between
between the two.
the the focus on the inner joy
Yeah,
and the focus on the external
yeah,
happiness.
yeah.
Right?
That's
Because those,
another way
right,
to describe it, like
right.
intrinsic motivate, intrinsic happiness and extrinsic happiness.
Yeah, right. Intrinsic and extrinsic.
Yeah,
And then eudaimonic and hedonic.
hedonic.
Yeah, right. Yeah, so there's it. Yeah, there's a ton of science out there that is really guiding us to know how to create those in our lives, and those are a good couple ways. Yeah, I really like the story of that first the two mountains. Have you read that
Yeah,
book too?
yeah,
Right?
yeah. The
About
second
the two
mountain. Yeah,
mountains. And so that first mountain is really the hedonic, right?
exactly.
And then when we reach that, it's like, okay, I've got the money, I've got the
It's
awards.
it's not the summit. Like there's another
It's
summit. It's like and
right. There's a like once you're at the peak of that mountain, okay,
yeah,
then I can really see. There's a
see the
second
true
one.
summit. Like yeah,
There's the true one. Yeah. So then you've got to go down off that and then start really
start
going up.
climbing. Real long. Yeah,
Right. Yeah. So that's definitely a good visualization of that difference.
yeah.
Right. So, all right. Well, definitely thank you, Bassam, for your time.
My pleasure.
If someone wants to connect with you, where can they find you?
Yeah, at the moment, I don't have like a business or official accounts. I only have my personal Facebook. I'm Bassam Abusamra .2 on Facebook, and on Instagram, Bassam Abusamra. There's no
Super.
website yet, but I'm working on that. Like by a few months from now, that will have like coaching the website, I suppose.
Super. All right. Well,
Thanks. Awesome.
definitely thank you for your time, Bassam.
Yeah, I enjoyed talking about joy.
Yeah. Yeah, I enjoyed having you. So, yeah, till next time, everybody. Ciao. Enjoy.